Giaguich fine citizens. This is Marcus. Cade Milli Folce, 100,000 welcomes. Today I'm in a nice place in Galway. I'll give you just a quick look so you can guess. Well, I think you guessed it right. This is Eyre Square, the heart of Galway City. So today we're gonna take a look and a long walk in the city. Nothing serious, nothing too fancy. It's just casual walking city tour. As you know, that Eyre Square is a living spot in Galway. Today there is a drum boy. He's making a lot of noise. Well, with all respect, I'm not a fan of drums, but if someone likes drums, I'll just record and give you a small perspective, and then we continue. So I just passed the drum boy. I think it's not that bad as I thought. When I got closer, I was making noise, so I couldn't speak. Even I had to record and come back and play it, and I didn't hear it well. So I had to go far a bit to the very start of the Eyre Square and record it. So yeah, this is pretty much the Eyre Square. Yeah. Today is a nice day and a lovely weather we have here in Galway. But again, you can depend and rely on it. It can change at any moment. So you have to be prepared, and you have to have a couple of layers on you. In case if it's too warm, you take off your jacket. If it's cold, then you already have your jacket on. Yeah. So don't be tricked. You'll be mistaken. This is my second vlogging in Galway. So in both videos, you'll see that the weather is sunny and nice. But in general, Galway is known for the rain, and it always rains here. Well, most of the time, to be more specific. And now we're gonna enter Shop Street. The street has loads of shops and restaurants and cafes, pubs, and many buskers around. There is a street performance here. I'll show you a bit now in a second.
This is my last trip before I go back to prison. Thank you for staying and watching my show. I know I mentioned money and it changes the atmosphere a little bit. Please take this seriously. If you don't have any money, if you're poor, you don't need to leave early like those cheap bastards said. Yes, I can see you. It took me 20 years to build and perfect this show. That deserves a professional fee. €5, I go home a happy man. That's the price of a pint. If I did this show for you in a bar, you'd at least buy me a pint, I'm sure. If you have a good job, €10 means nothing to you, I go home the happiest man in town. If you put in €50, I go home with you. All right, folks, now the sun is over there. I'm going to try and turn this way a little bit. Now, when I do it, it's only going to last about 10 seconds. And when I juggle, also about 10 seconds. I'm going to go for 8 catches. Who wants to see the finale? Yes! All right, here we go. Final trick. 8 catches. Only 7 more to go. All right, no, we do it. Come on! Thank you so much. Now hold on.
That was quite show. So now we are heading forward. Sun is now too bright. So when I swap the camera to show you what's going on in front of me, don't get clear images, to be honest. And this is a new camera I bought recently. And yesterday I've almost wasted the whole day with the wrong settings. I was shooting around and vlogging, and then I came back home and I saw the footage and recordings were terrible. Yeah, so, but anyway, today is a new day. We can make something good out of it, and I'll show you Galway in a very casual way, in a very casual day. You'll see people smiling, laughing, and enjoying and relaxing and chilling out, that's very nice to see. So what you see now, we are still in Shop Street. Like on my both sides, you'll see shops, local shops for souvenirs, restaurants, like we have McDonald's here. Though I'm not a fan of McDonald's, with all respect to everyone who likes it. And we have here seagulls. You can't miss a day in Galway without seeing seagulls. They have strong personalities.
And singing songs in the midst of life. And you wake up in the morning and you feel so surprised. You're gonna go again more. What are you gonna say tonight? What are you gonna say tonight?
We have here a local market. I'll just take you and we'll go through it slowly so you can take a look with me and see maybe you like something. And on your next visit, or on your coming visit, if it's the first time or second time or whatever, anyway, you could grab something nice for yourself or for your beloved ones. And this is what you see here. We have an old church. Yeah, it has some interesting, nice story behind it. We'll go through that in the future videos. This is pretty much the end of the market. So I'll go to the end of the shop street and start from there, just to give you a better perspective of what's going on because of the sun and the brightness. So it's not quite clear. And we have here as well a very nice pub. It's like authentic, la authentica, as Italians say. Yeah, we'll get into this alley. Yeah, where here you find there's one famous pub here. It's called the Front Door. It's like mostly probably very, very young people, like the students. Yeah, kind of thing. Mostly they come here to this pub. I don't know for whatever reason, but that's the case. So if you don't hear me talking all the time, it just means I'm just enjoying as well the view. Because once you hold the camera, you get to see different pictures. And I'll show you something slightly here. You see the alley here, it's called Kerwins. It has history actually. We'll come back to it in the future videos. And this is one of the most famous pubs in Galway. It's called Tinyachten. I have to practice this word for a long time till I get it right, and I hope I'm getting it right now. Well, if you see that I'm giving you a higher view, that doesn't mean that I'm too tall. It's just I have a selfie stick that it can go up and high, like over a meter. So that's why you get to see probably different views. And one thing is very interesting here, that you get to hear different languages actually. Either they're living here or they're just tourists and visitors. I suppose there's a difference between a tourist and a visitor. Galway has this vibe that you come here as a visitor. You will feel yourself as a visitor, as a guest, not like a tourist, because of the welcoming vibe here. It doesn't have to be like a salesperson or a shop owner.
Wouldn't be doing it all.
But people here mostly are chilled and relaxed. So you get to enjoy the slow-paced life, which is my favorite thing ever. Why rush? One day we're gonna all die. And you can't actually rush the process or delay it. So let's enjoy while we have the chance to enjoy as much as possible. That can be my motto, maybe just for today or in general. And here is one of the very interesting parts of Galway. It's exactly, that's what you see in front of you, that's Spanish Arch. And usually on these type of sunny days, which we get it very rarely, so once you get it, you grab your stuff and you come here, or you go to some beach, probably Salt Hill, maybe. Now people are chilling and relaxing there, which is not far from here, but we'll do that in another time, not today. It takes a bit of walking and it's out of my plans, for today anyway. But again, it's a very nice place over there as well. So we'll just walk here and take a look. This is the river beside us here. It's called the Corrib River. And the Irish lovely flag here. I'll show you. It's flying and greeting everyone. It's interesting that when it's sunny here, the mood changes like drastically. You see everyone is laughing and smiling and so on. Though in general, people are here very welcoming. Well, like I've said it many times and I'll keep saying this, because that's the reality. It's not something made up or false, just to trick people. Anyway, the fact is fact, you can't change it. Probably you can hide it for a while, but you will never be able to change it. So this is pretty much Spanish Arch. Yeah, if we will dive into it in the future videos again, and the history and the stories behind it. Yeah, but in a very nice and friendly way, not the boring tourist guides style. Get me? So yesterday actually was kind of not the best day I've ever had. I was sitting here and having my coffee, and then I was checking the videos and talking with a friend, and then one of these birds actually shit on me. I hope that brings good luck. That was funny, like it was kind of sticky. I wasn't able to remove it anyway. So now I will have kind of rest here, and then we will continue. Now we will start backwards from Spanish Arch to Shop Street. I almost got another bird shit, but I was like a couple of inches away from it. Thank God. What you can see, a poster showing some history of the city, and when Christopher Columbus was here, and there's also an old building, if you see over there. It has also history. It's very tied to the history of Galway and how the city was ruled by people back in the day. So now we kind of starting backwards, and there's a small cafe here. A very nice place to sit and chill. You see, people are chilling. How lovely. And there's a word here, the snug. If you know the meaning of a snug, you can put it in the comments. And this one here, you have a nice seafood restaurant. It's called McDonald's. They have different types of fishes and it's a lovely place actually. So I'll just show you the menu. Here's the menu. You can take a look. You can pause the video and see the prices and compare it to prices what you have in your country or in your city. And keep walking. So if you made it this far, that's brilliant. Subscribe so you get more of this type of videos. And here, I think I've showed you this before, but anyway, I'm gonna show it again in case if you missed it. This is Galway girl, a symbol of Galway.
No, me, I felt it for the first moment. Yeah.
What do you mean time?
And if you've been to Galway before, tell me in the comments what's your favorite spot. We have other restaurants from different cuisines as well. And your favorite pub. And this is also here, as you can see, Carol's. This is very famous shop for souvenirs. I usually get stuff like even not it for myself, not as a souvenir, but anyway, you get the idea. They have good stuff. Well, this is kind of, I'm advertising for them, but this video is not sponsored by anyway. Maybe it's sponsored by the Seagulls of Galway, which I get no money for it. And I'm just doing it out of my heart and for the crack and to keep the memories. Also, you have here very interesting shop. This is for perfumes. You can get some Irish perfumes from here. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it says handmade in Galway, but I think it's either in Barna or in Spiddle, which are kind of villages in County Galway. And we have another basker here. I'll show you. Well, to be honest, the birds keep shitting on people here. So if you're coming here, so get yourself ready for that. But anyway, it brings good luck, hopefully. Actually, these buskers bring a nice atmosphere and vibe to the city, and they can't actually just bring their stuff and sit somewhere and start singing or playing. There are some requirements and they have to apply through the city council and go through some process. Now I need to grab some coffee here. Time to treat myself. How are ya? Hey! In the near future I'll make where you can have the best coffee in town, that video is coming. But how soon, I don't know yet, because I can't drink more than 1 coffee a day anyway. So it might take a while to prepare. Now I have my coffee. I'm sitting there and just watching the people passing by and chilling. One of the nicest things you can see in Galway, like in particular, maybe overall in Ireland, but I've been living here for a long time, so that's the experience I have. So just over the coffee, I had a chit chat with 2 couples. One couple was from Switzerland and the other was from California. And they were having actually a nice conversation. And they were talking about claddering, which is made in Galway. We will come into that, which is very nice and interesting story behind that, and I'm planning to cover it in a full dedicated video. The weather now is a bit changed. You will hear this conversation over and over again in Ireland in general, talking about the weather all the time and complaining. As you see, like the buskers are everywhere, like in each corner, and different ones. Just passing them now. Now you can hear my voice probably. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Slàinte.